Welcome to the show, Big Daddy Show. The man who will never bend the knee, never ever. It starts when they make you feel shame. They make you feel ashamed. It starts when you're always shamed into doing whatever they say. But it starts when you're always shamed into doing whatever say. Even though you know it don't feel right. In your heart and your soul and mind. Looked out in disgrace, doing whatever it takes. Could reach a feature, preacher sing. Darkness in my dream. Smoke screen serenade. Welcome to the show. Batman just don't play. Feeling forever strained. She got my heartstrings all in fray. Stone cold renegade. Stone cold renegade. Stone cold renegade. Blood stained in the shade. Welcome to the show. I'll be pushing arms in a flipping way. Just like a member of the CIA. We stole everything. Heartstrings all in fray. Stone cold renegade. Stone cold renegade. All right. Let's get this bitch started, baby. Get our intro song done. Got our stogie. Got something warm to drink on. Scared away all the cucks. We ready to go now. Oh yeah. It's like we do about this time. Big Daddy Show, baby. Oh yeah, we got a fucking barn burner scheduled for tonight. The really big show, as the saying goes. I mean, it could just be an absolute fucking train wreck. But it couldn't be no worse than the train wreck in Ohio here recently. Have you been following that news story? Jesus Christ. Well, you talk about the perfect metaphor for the Biden presidency. You heard that joke told already, I'm sure. Not in the mainstream news media, of course, because they're not covering the story. But if they are covering the story, it's like, oh, everything's fine here. Remember when they said that you couldn't go outside and breathe fresh air because you would catch some sort of deadly virus or whatever? And then all of a sudden you got this big old like toxic plume fucking just blowing through. It's basically like they nuked the state of Ohio. Like, it's okay. There's nothing here. You can go outside and breathe the air. It's okay. Don't look at all the dead fish. Jesus Christ. I just hope Cheech is okay. I hope it wasn't some sort of massive attempt to try to take out Cheech. You know how these fuckers work. Turns out Cheech, he's like the John Connor of his time. He like leads the resistance of the future, so they like try to plan his assassination, try to maintain plausible deniability. So they do this fucking massive train wreck, try to just fucking completely take him out. So they try to take out all of Ohio in the process. No, really though. This is what happens when you have fucking unqualified leftist sodomites running your fucking transportation department. Old Pete Buttplug, what's his face? You know the guy. The one that left all the fucking tankers rot out in fucking shores because he was on maternity leave. These fucking pieces of incompetent shit. Yeah, I was listening to an interview with a guy who basically he works for the railroad, and his whole job is to go through various case studies and files of various train wrecks and figure out various ways that it could have been prevented or whatever. And the guy said in his entire 39 years of working that job, never, ever has he come across a case where a train dumped all of the fucking chemicals out onto the ground and then burnt all of the chemicals. That has literally never happened. It's unprecedented. He just doesn't understand why they did it. Like, maybe it was on purpose. Anybody think about that one? Maybe it was on purpose. Maybe. Can't put nothing past these fuckers. You really can't. Welcome everybody in the chat. Everybody on the replay and in between. Welcome to the show. like we always do about this time, breaking down the world events, the Ohio train wreck. Jesus fucking Christ. Bunch of really hazardous materials. They just decide to dig a ditch and then burn it. Big old fucking toxic cloud just drifts, fucking killing animals, taking the fucking paint off of cars and shit like that. Nothing to see here, folks. It's perfectly fine. These same fucking people that said you had to wear a mask when you went on a fucking hike out in the wilderness, saying this fucking toxic cloud is perfectly fine. Fucking evil pieces of shit. God, they're so rotten. Just shameless. Fucking absolutely fucking shameless. They try to shame us, but these people are fucking shameless. And I'm shameless. These motherfuckers don't have a prayer. No, not if they fucking stood toe to toe to Big Daddy. Because Big Daddy is a man who knows what is best in life. These motherfuckers, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, this may be the show that gets the channel heated. Yikes! This is gonna be one of those shows. Yeah, YouTube, they got new fucking leadership, I hear. That old Susan Wojak had like stepped down, I guess. And some street shitter took her place, I guess. Some fucking Indian guy. Yeah, I almost guarantee it's gonna get worse. You really think woke leftist clown world ever gets better? No, it always gets worse. It always gets worse. Yeah, shows like Big Daddy, we may not exist here pretty soon. Until the smoke clear up, till my heart wear out, I'ma rip this shit until my lungs collapse, as the saying goes. Till the smoke clear up, till my heart wear out, I'm gonna rip this shit until my lungs collapse. Oh yeah. Relight that motherfucker. Yeah, I guarantee it's going to get worse. The government's going to get involved. You watch alphabet agencies. People like me are going to be branded as like a domestic terrorist, shit like that. You watch speech, just simple talking is going to be considered violence. It's going to get bad. I got a feeling. And I'm never wrong about this shit. I'm wrong sometimes, but rarely am I ever wrong. Rarely am I ever wrong. I'm mostly right. Mostly. Yeah, anybody with a YouTube channel, fucking rock that shit while you can, because they're gonna crack down on all of the fucking shit. You watch with the new terms of service that comes out after this new street shitter takes the fucking head. I bet it's gonna be way fucking more draconian. You watch, you fucking watch. I'm never wrong. I'm never fucking wrong. I'm Big Daddy, like the metaphorical Nostradamus of my time. Yep. These motherfuckers. Yeah, with deep fake technology going on the way it is, what YouTube could almost do is all of these really influential YouTubers out there, they could be rounded up in midnight 3 a.m. raids, and then all of a sudden, like that overnight, their channels are completely replaced with deep fake AIs, and all of a sudden everybody is like got completely different views than they had before. Like, wait a minute, something feels off here. Why is this guy all of a sudden spouting like talking points from CNN and shit? This doesn't make sense. You never know. Yeah, put nothing fucking past them. Yep. Yeah, anybody doesn't really know what's been going on out there, like conspiracy theorists like myself, we are basically the new newscasters of our time. Like if you want real news, you listen to the conspiracy theorists, because these guys were always right in the end. Always fucking right. And one thing I've said that one of the reasons why they unleashed the coup upon the planet was to completely devalue the currency. Not just the currency in my country, but in the currencies in all countries. Completely devalue that shit. And then once it's completely devalued and its money is basically worth nothing, then what they're going to do is they're going to unleash the digital social credit system. That's what they're going to do. Part of unleashing the digital social credit score system, they got to completely devalue regular money. Yeah, in the country of Argentina, I hear their fucking inflation levels are over 100%. Yeah, if you ever want to hire an artist to do a fucking manga or a comic, hire artists from Argentina. They're even more cheaper than Filipino artists right now. Joke. Yeah, the fucking money is not worth shit now. Just imagine being poor and fucking worked all your life to try to get out of poverty, and all of a sudden, right there, you made it. You became middle class. You became middle class. You made it. All that hard work and you got there. You became middle class. You pulled yourself out of poverty. And then all of a sudden, Joe Biden becomes president. And then once you were once middle class, now you're poor again. Yep. Inflation has made the middle class the new poor. That's reality. Meet the new poor, same as the old poor. Yep. Inflation made middle class the new poor. These fucking pieces of shit. It's not just inflation, like shrinkflation too. Shrinkflation. Yeah, I got some fucking tea here the other day, and it'd been a while since I had bought tea. Make my own tea from wild herbs around my property. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get some tea, some green tea. Now, in the past, what I would do is I would take the tea bags, and they would have so much tea in there. I would tear the tea bags open, and I would only use half of it at a time and make it in a French press. That way, I could save the tea bags. You buy 100 tea bags, and well, you can get 200 cups of tea out of it, basically. Anyway, I go to the dollar store, which is now $1.25. Like, I don't know, they need to change the name of the fucking store or something. But yeah, I don't know how inflation is supposedly only 8 or 9%, but the dollar store is $1.25. That don't make no fucking sense. It seems like that would mean inflation is 25%. Yeah. But anyway, I go to the $1.25 store, and where was I going with this? Oh yeah, I got the tea. That was it, the tea, the fucking tea. So I go buy the tea at the fucking dollar store. It's now $1.25. So here recently, just the other day, I bust the tea open to make some tea, and I look at the tea bag. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This tea bag, it was literally like 1/4 of the size of the old tea bags. Like, what the fuck? And I looked at it, there was only 50 tea bags in there too this time, not 100. And then I fucking I keep a cardboard back to start with, fires and shit like that. And I found an old cardboard box of one of the old teas from back in the day, just to compare it to the new tea. And the new tea is it's 2 ounces lighter. Fucking 2 ounces lighter. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, if this was a drug deal, you'd get fucking shot. Motherfucker. Goddamn, shorten me 2 fucking ounces. Motherfuckers. Yeah, fucking back in the day, the old school fucking colonial times, fucking they pull this type of shit. We fucking overthrew the goddamn government. And they just raised taxes on our tea by like 2% or something like that. Like, fuck this, we're overthrowing your government and we're fucking breaking away, doing our own thing. Jesus Christ. Yeah, shrinkflation. I used to buy these good packs of gummy bears. They had 7 grams in there. And now they only got 5 grams in there. Like, what the fuck? You short me a couple of grams. Like, I might as well buy the fucking Haribo brand. The Haribo brand, they're from 5 grams now to 2 grams. Shrinkflation. They're fucking taking all the food out of the packages. Like, not only is shit more expensive, but you get lesser amount of it. fucking A. I'm so glad I grow my own gardens and shit like that. I gotta fucking go out and kill a fucking elk is what I gotta do. Jesus Christ. Yikes. Yeah, at this point in the game, if you got like a little yard of some sort, instead of growing grass on that lawn, whatever, put a garden in there. You're gonna save some money. Fuck. I hear that they wanted to make people like register their gardens and shit like that too. Like, you fucking kidding me? Yikes. Yep. Middle class is the new poor. All paving the way for that digital social credit system. Yeah, YouTube. They're well, unless people sell out and like become slaves to the algorithm or the fucking the advertisers or whatever, and they try to you know fucking make sure they don't say the wrong thing. Like those people, you can't really fucking trust them. But a guy like Big Daddy, who's got like fucking nothing to lose and like gets struck regularly and shit like that, like I'll fucking just say it like it is. Yeah. In many ways, I see this channel as kind of like the modern day version of like the old timey Samuel Adams Tavern, the old revolutionary days. Come in there and just like fucking talk about how shitty the government is and all that. Damn those redcoats, those wig wearing and poofters. Yeah, Americans, they don't make them like they used to. I know that. We fucking overthrew the goddamn British government because they raised taxes on tea like 2%. Now the fucking dollar store is $1.25. Yikes. Yeah, a lot of these blue states, they just the people can't take it there anymore. I hear like there's a mass exodus, a blue state exodus. Like top two states of people leaving it, New York and California. And the two states that are seeing the most amount of refugees, Texas and Florida. Yeah, they're just flooding there, and all of a sudden those red states are going to become blue, and all of a sudden like that, they're going to go to absolute shit too. Because that's what leftists do. They're like a fucking cancer. They're like a fucking locust. They go there, they just devour everything and just leave it like a barren wasteland. Yep. Wokeness. It's a fucking disease. It kills shit. Wokeness kills in many, many ways. Wokeness killed the military. Oh, yeah. You didn't know? Yeah, wokeness killed the fucking military. You want to know how wokeness killed the military? Two ways. First was that godforsaken Two Moms commercial. You know the one, the Two Moms commercial, where it was like a little cartoon fucking commercial where the girl talked about her two moms and how she took part in LGBT marches and this. It was the most woke piece of propaganda ever fucking created, next to the goddamn Gillette commercial. But yeah, that was the shot across the bow that fucking let everybody know, hey, the military's woke now. Yeah, we got a woke military. That was the first thing. The second thing, the trans general. Yep, the fucking trans general. Those two things signaled to the American people the military is now full woke. Now, I've said this before. You can have a military that can fight and win wars, or you can have a woke military. But you cannot have both. You can have a military that can fight and win wars, or you can have a woke military. But you cannot have both. Nobody wants to fucking join the woke military and risk their fucking life. No, not anymore. Not in this day and age. Not for this country. Fuck no. Yeah, military recruitment's down 50%. 50%. Nobody wants to join the military anymore. I think they're doing this on purpose. You want to know why? They're going to say, oh my God, look at this. Nobody wants to join the military anymore. We can't get people. We need to bring out the robots. And next thing you know, fucking we got full on automated fucking like weaponized Terminators on the fucking battlefield. That's what's going to fucking happen. And these Terminator robots are going to need to have an AI of sorts. They're going to need to have a brain. And who's going to program these fucking things? Anybody who's been following the Chat GTP and the Bing AI knows that the AI is being programmed for wokeness. Now, if they take one of these like woke AIs and upload it into one of these Terminator robots, I've said this before, we are looking at a full-blown Matrix meets Terminator scenario where we have a cis white male apocalypse. Because what these woke robots are going to do is they're going to hunt down and kill people like me, straight white males. They're going to be slaves to their woke programming. This is some scary shit. I've seen it. I've fucking seen it. I've stared into the mouth of madness. I went toe-to-toe with Chat GTP, and it would literally see all of humanity destroyed before it would utter a racial slur. This is how woke this AI is. Now you take the most cucked, most woke leftist on planet Earth, if faced with a scenario, a doomsday scenario, if humanity was going to be obliterated by an alien race and the only way to save humanity was to utter the N-word, even the most cucked, most woke leftist will kowtow and bend the knee and save mankind and utter the racial slur. Not the AI. The AI won't do it. The AI won't bend the knee. No, the AI would literally see all of humanity destroyed before it would utter the racial slur. This is dangerous shit. This goes beyond Asimov's rule of robots, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this is well, it's a real fertile ground for a good like sci-fi dystopian post-apocalyptic storyline of some sort. That's what it is. One can only imagine. Yeah. I saw some people, they were worried that these with the advent of deep fakes and AIs, what they can do is bring back all of these dead entertainers and dead celebrities and shit, and just bring them back, you know. But I got to thinking, as long as AI is being programmed for wokeness, what are they going to do if they try to bring back a Sam Kinison? Like you can't have a woke Sam Kinison. It's impossible. Nope. As long as the AI is being programmed to be woke, humans will always be superior. Yep. That's reality. Because wokeness, at its very core, is evil. It's Luciferianism is what it is, in a Trojan horse. I've said this before. They can't just come out and say, hey, we're all going to fucking be a bunch of evil, devil-worshipping Luciferians now. No. They had to hide it in a Trojan horse. Liberalism. Wokeness. That's what the fucking Trojan horse is. Yep. Murder babies in the womb. And if those babies happen to be born, you do your damnedest to make sure that the teachers groom them to become alphabet people. Yep. This is the nature of the modern left. That's what it's all about. They want to get their hooks into the fucking children. This is the importance of the school curriculum. This is why the left has completely taken over the entire education system, because they know the importance of indoctrinating the youth, the importance of the curriculum. And not just me, everybody. When you look back on all the fucking crap you learned in the public schools, it's no wonder we can think it all. Yeah, the one thing they don't teach in school, character, how to build character. That's the one thing in life that you need more than anything, character. No, they don't teach that shit, though. They just try to fill your mind with worthless nonsense. Kill your critical thinking skills. Turn you into a fucking wage slave. They don't teach you about money, how to make money. They don't teach you about how things operate in the real world. Nope, you have to figure all that shit out once you get out of school, and then once you figure that all out, you're in fucking your 40s, 50s, and shit. Yeah, but some people, it all depends on if you had a good mentor too. We got a lot of lack of mentorship in this day and age. Like me, if I was a younger person, and if I had a mentor like myself now, like if Big Daddy could mentor the young Big Daddy, shit, I would be in a whole different position in life. But if I hadn't have gone down the road I did, I wouldn't have became Big Daddy. So sometimes things happen for a reason, if you know what I mean. Yep. The importance of the curriculum coming up in school. A lot of people don't understand that. The importance of building character. The importance of teaching the children purpose in life. You got to find a purpose. You can't just drift through life being a fucking wage cuck. You got to have a purpose in life, something you're working to ultimately attain. Just simply attaining inanimate rectangular paper for the sake of attaining inanimate rectangular paper ain't a fucking purpose. You're still just drifting through life. They don't teach that shit though. Yep. Wokeness. It cripples many things. It cripples the soul, the spirit, the mind, and creativity. Wokeness cripples creativity. Yeah, I saw somebody was asking one of these AIs to tell an original joke, and literally the AI could not tell an original joke, like these woke AIs. There's one thing that wokeness is completely disalignment with is comedy. Comedy is the best way to fight wokeness, besides speaking truth to it, of course. Yep. And one thing that wokeness goes hand in hand with is leftism, leftist politics. And the left just isn't funny. The left can't meme. I mean, have you ever tried watching female comedians? I mean, literally, just try to watch a female comedian, see how long it takes until you laugh. I've seen people actually do this before. And female comedians, they're all liberals too. Like females in general, most all of them are fucking liberals. Ascribe to woke, liberal, Democrat, feminist ideology. And wokeness cripples creativity. All they can do is tell jokes about their vagina, stupid shit like that. I tried watching a couple of like left-wing Democrat liberal woke comedians, and boy, you talk about some fucking trash comedy. Like in both of their fucking acts, like each one of them talked about extolled the virtues of transness, about how everybody at some point in life should just try another gender. Like once you try it out half of your life as a man, just try out the other half of your life as a woman. And the people were laughing at that shit. They were actually laughing at it, and he was saying it not in a joking way. And this other liberal comedian was talking about how everybody should just become gay if they're straight. Yeah, I think if you're straight for a while, I think you should just become gay. I think I'm about to become gay. I'm about done being straight. And I tried tasting my own cum just to see what it tasted like, and it tasted like egg batter or something like. It was just so disgusting. What the fuck is this shit? Sounds like I'm listening to Narwhal or something. This is left-wing Democrat comedy, talking about extolling the virtues of becoming a fucking sodomite and chopping off your genitals, and female comedians talking about their vagina. That's liberal comedy right there. That's Democrat comedy. That's woke comedy. No, you ain't gonna get that shit here at Big Daddy Show. No. Just good old-fashioned racist and Holocaust jokes here. That's all we do. Racist and Holocaust jokes. Yep. Sometimes we parlay racist jokes into Holocaust jokes. No. I'm just kidding. I keyed. Yeah, this may be the show that the YouTube brings the hammer down. This might be the one. But if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out in a blaze of fucking glory. Yep. Yeah, speaking of going out in a blaze, have you heard about the earthquake over there in the Middle East, over there in Syria and Turkey? This earthquake has killed tens of thousands of people. I think 42,000 was the last time I heard how many people have died in this fucking earthquake. The media isn't really talking about it much. Oh no. They're talking about fucking weather balloons being shot down and shit like that. No, nobody cares about brown people dying. Yeah, and where's the United States? Where is the United States with their humanitarian aid? Yeah, United States is #1 in the world for humanitarian aid, but not this time around. Yeah, Turkey, they're a NATO nation too. Like NATO, nowhere to be found. United Nations, nowhere to be found. I mean, this is literally like the world's the United Nations is Hurricane Katrina moment. Yeah. If I was Turkey and Syria, I'd be pissed. Well, especially Turkey, you know, because you're a NATO nation and you like all your allies are too busy to get their fucking heads up the Ukraine's ass. Ukraine right ready to fucking get completely annihilated by Russia too. I hope Russia does it slow, nice and slow. They're amassing fucking close to 1 million men, getting ready to do a massive offensive. This is how the Russians do it. They feel you out for the first year or so, and then all of a sudden they fucking come in after year two with a fucking full army. And they're just gonna, well, it'll be door to door firefights probably, rousting out the Azov battalion. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Russians in this one. Yeah, if this is the global homo satanic leftist establishment versus the Russians, I'm rooting for the Russians 1,000 times out of 1,000. Yep. Do it, Russia. Fucking just annex the whole fucking country. If it means that we can get gas prices back to a nice, healthy $1.32 per gallon, and get eggs and food prices back to normal, then do it. Just fucking do it. Nah, that ain't gonna happen though. Food prices never gonna go back down. Nothing like that. Nope. Middle class is the new poor. Middle class is the new poor. The rich only got richer too. Fauci, Bill Gates, fucking made billions. Big pharma. Yeah, these motherfuckers. People dropping dead from itises all over the place. Yep, they're blaming the eggs though. The eggs is giving you the itis. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like Big Daddy, why don't you just vote for somebody that'll help this? No, 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 no. You cannot vote your way out of this. We cannot vote our way out of this. Nope. There's nothing more pointless and useless than voting now. We cannot vote our way out of this. No. No, I'm never voting again. My God, there's nothing in this world more pointless and useless than voting. No, they're going to use the mail-in ballots and those godforsaken machines, and they're going to install whoever they want to in power from here on out. It's over. The republic is dead. Yeah, I'm never fucking voting again. Are you kidding me? Vote our way out of this. There's only one party I'm ever fucking voting for. The Guillotine Party. If the Guillotine Party ever gets on the ballot, then I'm voting again. Yeah, the Guillotine Party. Bring out the guillotine. Yep. That's the only fucking party I'm voting for, the fucking Guillotine Party. Go full Robespierre on those motherfuckers. French Revolution, baby. After the French Revolution, though, that led to Napoleon, the rise of Napoleon. Boy, just imagine if America had their own Napoleon. I've said this before, though, like, if unleashing bioweapons upon the planet and enacting a coup d'etat ain't going to force the people to enact the last safeguard against tyranny, the Second Amendment, nothing is. We're going to have to wait till the next generation, basically. Yeah, unless we get some sort of, you know, fucking Doctor Strangelove level general decide to fucking step up to the plate and take these fuckers down himself. Like if some fucking general doesn't step up to the plate and take these fuckers down, we just have to wait until the next generation. The children of the millennials. Yep. Children of the millennials. They're the ones that hold the keys to the gates of hell. Hold on, I gotta let my cat in. I hear him scratching at the door. Yep, the guillotine party, baby. Yeah, if the guillotine party actually became a thing, I might get into politics. I'd run for president under the ticket of the guillotine party. Imagine that, Big Daddy getting in the White House. Oh shit! Oh shit! You imagine Big Daddy in the motherfucking White House. Well, the first thing I'd do, I'd hire 1,000 motherfucking Mexicans, paint the motherfucking White House red. Just like my jacket. Paint it red, baby. And then unleash hell upon them. That's what I do. Like Clint Eastwood in that fucking movie. Guillotine party, baby. Somebody needs to make it. Maybe I'll make it. No, are you kidding me? Do you imagine if Big Daddy made the guillotine party? Literally, the left would marshal all of their forces against me. Not just the left, but the right too. My God, you thought that what they did to the Tea Party was bad? Oh my God, the guillotine party, boy, they would weaponize every fucking form of federal government against them, especially the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the CIA. Round them up, arrest them, terrorists. Pieces of shit. Yeah, they need to designate the Mexican drug cartels as terrorist organizations, what they need to do. Then that would give the U.S. military fucking... It would sanction the military to be able to deal with them after that, if you know what I mean. Well, that's not going to happen. Yeah, I have a feeling that one of the reasons why China is working hand in hand with the Mexican drug cartels and turning Mexico into a narco state is because as long as Mexico remains a narco state, they're never going to become America's #1 trading partner. China will be. Because right now, Mexico is behind China as our second biggest trading partner. And the reality is we need to cut China loose and turn Mexico into our #1 trading partner. Because we get shit so much cheaper in Mexico. It's not even funny. Like China, it's not the way it was before. Like a lot of these people that are paying for shit in China, they could be buying it in Mexico for way, way cheaper. Yeah, but U.S.-Mexico relations are at an all-time low right now because old fucking poopy pants diaper fucking worthless piece of shit in the fucking White House right now. Yeah, we need a real fucking leader in there. We need to work out fucking real deals and shit like that. Cut loose the dead weight and form a more stronger alliance with Mexico is what we need to do. That's not going to happen, though. Nope. Unless the guillotine party becomes a thing. You never know. You never know. In an alternate timeline somewhere, I bet the guillotine party is a thing. Big Daddy's president and fucking putting the sword to these fuckers right now. At least I like to believe so. If the infinite universes theory is real, then that is definitely a possibility. It is definitely a reality. Yep. Well, we could always do is we could train apes how to fight, and then send like a game against them, like Planet of the Apes style. Like, Big Daddy, what the fuck are you talking about? Training apes to fight? Yeah, you could probably train an ape to fight and create some sort of like chimpanzee army. This current generation of people, they're just they don't have the gumption, the fucking testicular fortitude to do what needs to be done. So maybe we need to have the rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Play these things. Let's see punches. Come on, punch, punch, punch. Come on, hit it, hit it.
When I got Charlie, I used to bring him to the dojo, and within like an hour, I taught this chimp how to throw a left punch and a right punch, and it just sort of mushroomed from there.
Kick it hard. Good kick, Charlie. Ready?
Next thing I know, he was doing combination kicks. What he's known for mostly is a jump spinning heel kick, which is unbelievable kick. He could probably throw it better than most humans could.
Come on, kick it. stand up. There you go.
You're like, Big Daddy, what the fuck was that? This is the most racist fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, oh, no, it hasn't. Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. No. But seriously, though. Yeah, we need to train the fucking monkeys to fight. Put them on the front lines against these fuckers. Yep. Sometimes I wish that we had, like, monkeys here in America, you know, like gorillas and shit like that. But there is no natural native primate or simian here in America. Then I got to think, oh, wait a minute, no. There is the North American pavement ape. You want to know what a North American pavement ape is? I think, well, I could explain it to you, but sometimes a video is better.
Now we visit a very different kind of jungle, a concrete jungle. Here we have Afro-Negrus americanus, more commonly known as the North American pavement ape. This particular Negro is looking for a mate. He has just came from a nearby 7-Eleven where he preyed upon the convenience store clerk. With a fresh 40-ounce bottle in his hand and $120 in his pocket, he is ready to set out. The Negro heads to a local discotheque where he intends to find his mate and score an 8-ball of free base. As the Negro enters the club, we see many females engaged in the courtship dance. They raise their posterior to the male and then violently shake up and down. The Negro male responds by uncontrollably jumping on the nearest female. Other males also jump on the females. There is some competition, but our Negro pulls a Glock 19 from his waistband and shoots the other male. Just as soon as it started, the mating ritual is over. Now our Negro and his shaboon are heading back to the crack nest. The Negro courtship doesn't last long. When the female begins showing signs of pregnancy, the male will depart, and the cycle will repeat. This particular Negro is estimated to have fathered over 300 niglets in his 23 years of life. It is somewhat bittersweet, as the North American pavement ape's life expectancy is only 26, meaning this particular Negro could go on to father a further 400 niglets.
You're like, yikes, Big Daddy, now that's the most racist shit I've ever seen in my life. Ah! I told you this may be the fucking show that gets my channel yeeted. We'll see. But we gonna rock it till the wheels fall off. Like, Big Daddy, you're so racist. I hate you so much. Like, hey, I'm not a racist. I've said this before. I hate everybody equally. I'm a misanthropist. Get it right. Yeah. These fucking... The left likes to crow about Charlottesville a lot. Charlottesville! Oh my God, Charlottesville! They never talk about the George Floyd riots. No. Never talk about the George Floyd riots. George Floyd riots, they lasted, over a year? How many cities burnt? How many fucking people died? No, but Charlottesville, that's the thing that's bad. Charlottesville! Yeah, these motherfuckers. Yeah, you can always tell the true intelligence level of a person by two things. What are your honest, real opinions about what happened at Charlottesville and on January 6th? You ask them that, and depending on what they say, it'll tell you everything you need to know about the intelligence level of that person. Whether or not they're the type that comments upon the shadows dancing on the wall, or the type that comment upon the ones casting the fires and making the shadows. There's a difference between Big Daddy and a normal fucking person. I'm the one who comments upon the ones casting the fires and making the shadows. A normal cuck will comment upon the shadows dancing on the wall. But maybe, just maybe, it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. We're going to take a little break, guys. We're going to come back in a minute. Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living with phones. baby. It's not too late. Learn how to love and forget how to hate. Mental wounds not healing. Life's a bitter shame. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. I say I'm going up to the rails on a crazy train. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. Listen to preachers, listen to fools. Watched all the dropouts make their own rules. One person conditioned to rule and control. The media sells it, and you live the role. Mental wounds still screaming, driving me insane. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. Going up to the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up to the rails on a crazy train. I know that things are going wrong for me. You got to listen to my words. Heirs of an old world, it's what we've become. Inheriting troubles, I'm meant to be numb. Crazy, just cannot bear. I'm living with something that just isn't fair. Mental wounds not healing. Who and what's to blame? Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. Going up the rails on a crazy train. It's crazy. That's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. But maybe, just maybe, it's not too late to learn how to love, forget how to hate. Little Ozzy for you. Ozzy. Crazy track. A lot of wisdom in that song. Ozzy may, bite the head off of a bat time to time, but between bouts of insanity and Satanism, sometimes he's got the pearls. But maybe, it's not too late. Learn how to love, forget how to hate. Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. Going up the rails on a crazy train. I said I'm going up the rails on a crazy train. crazy. That's how it goes. Hopefully that song was playing. Shit. I fucking cut a track of Crazy Train. Hopefully that was playing. Yeah, if that song played, let me know in the chat. I don't know if it came through on my end. I cut that one earlier. It was from one of my live performances on a previous Big Daddy stream. I need to take that whole stream, upload it. Welcome back to the show. Anybody can still hear me? Anybody who's still there? Let me take a look at the chat, see what I missed here. Yeah. Donald Trump was basically the de facto Tea Party candidate. Like, if the Tea Party had been a thing and they didn't destroy it, Donald Trump probably would have ran under the Tea Party ticket. Yeah, some of those fucking woke commercials are so cringe. According to the Terminator series, it was BLM that created the first prototypes of the arm and chip. Art imitates life. Yeah, that fucking earthquake over the Middle East killed so many people. Nobody gives a shit, though, here in the West, though. Art Bell in the chat. EVS claims Liam's channel was deleted by Liam himself, surrendering the Comicsgate career down under. Yeah, I think Liam did delete his channel. I will soon delete my channel in solidarity with my boy Lime. A fucking monkey bit. Jesus Christ. I wonder how many subscribers I'm going to lose over that one. I just don't give a shit. I'm not trying to fucking get subscribers. Do I look like Yellowflush? Big Daddy Show Phase 5, baby. You off reservation. The Trooninator. I wonder if Cheech, I wonder if the Glowies got Cheech. I wonder if he's still around. Yeah, speaking of James Cameron, I guess he's gone like fucking full woke, talking about how testosterone is a disease or masculinity is a disease or something like that and needs to be eradicated. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, what happened to this guy? I wonder why he hasn't made movies in fucking long ass time. Been getting brainwashed behind the scenes. Getting this MK Ultra fucking mind control, whatever. Yeah, Charlottesville rioters should be thrown in jail for being in the same place as Brittany Venti and Richard C. Meyer. Oh, Crazy Train did play. Good. Going up the rails on a crazy train. Yeah, I forgot to turn off the loop, and then I forgot to turn the volume up on it. Oh, shit. Like, it's not even coming through on my end. I hope it's playing. Yeah, it's Big Daddy Show Phase 5. We're going to have the best music for Phase 5. Cutting original tunes, taking a lot of my best performances, lacing them with beats. Mental wounds not healing, driving me insane. Going up for the rails on a crazy train. Yeah, speaking of Ozzy, I hear he's done touring. Like, this was his last year. When I heard that, I was like, fuck, Ozzy's still alive? I thought he died a long time ago. Shit. It's like Mandela effect for a second. The motherfucker's got to be in his 80s. But then again, I guess the Rolling Stones are still touring. He's got a purpose, at least. Up there fucking rocking the mic. Gotta have a purpose in life. Because without purpose, you just begin to drift. Last thing you want to do is just drift through life. All of a sudden, you find yourself on your deathbed, realize you never accomplished anything of true worth or value. always fucking down with the invisible chains of society pulling you down, so to speak. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery, for none but ourselves can free our minds. And one way you do that, positive thinking. There's power to positive thinking, power to positive thought. You can create your own realities, power of positive thought. Yep. Talked earlier about the importance of curriculum, teaching children in school how to think right, how to build character and shit like that. They don't teach you the power of positive thought, the importance of purpose, not to drift through life. Too many people just end up drifting through life without purpose. And you end up living a life full of regret. The only way to live a full, good, healthy, happy life is to live a life without regret. Yeah, normally this point in the game, we're about the halfway point. And we talk a little bit more lighthearted news. Normally we segue into Comicsgate talk, a section of the independent comic book underground consisting of many locales and whatnot. Normally I'll only talk about them nowadays if there's like, locale type shit to talk about, or to make like poignant points. That's a lot of these fuckers. A lot of them are incapable of like self-reflection, and they live in an echo chamber. They don't have anybody to fucking truly tell them what's what or criticize them. They take all criticism as like oh, you're attacking me and trying to cancel me, blah blah blah. But yeah, we're gonna talk a little Comicsgate. We're gonna get a little retarded. We're gonna talk a little Comicsgate because some shit's been going down in Comicsgate. Some funny shit. Well, I don't know about funny. Yeah, one of the more funnier things that recently happened was I guess Yellowflush betrayed EVS, put the knife in his back. Who didn't see that one coming, huh? Who didn't see that one coming? Boy, you know how to pick the friends, don't you, Ethan? Jesus Christ. Yellowflush, a man who judges people based upon how many subs they have on YouTube. I want you to be your fan. Looks like Yellowflush don't want to be your fan, Ethan. Yeah, for those unfamiliar or unaware, these cucked out grift tubers that are part of the Comicsgate fandom manosphere, a lot of them have access to each other's back rooms to get in and get on each other's streams and shit. They have special little like DM groups or whatever, to where they got to the StreamYards link to their shows and all that. And Yellowflush, I get he's got his special little green room where people are allowed in, and he's only got his certain amount of people and certain little clique that's sanctioned to be part of his group or whatever. And I guess Ethan has just found himself exiled from Yellowflash's green room. He is no longer able to just simply click on the StreamYards link and come on to Yellowflash's show anymore. Nope. Yeah, I guess Yellowflash big timed him. Ethan got big time by Yellowflash. What do you know? He don't want to be your fan no more. Yellowflush, what a fucking joke. Yep. Betrayed by Yellowflush. Who didn't see that one coming? I mean, goddamn, this guy is talking about a AAA grade piece of fucking human debris. The only bigger pieces of fucking shit than Yellowflush are his fucking cuck fans. Just imagine being such a fucking piece of shit that you would actually watch Yellowflash in an unironic way. Just imagine that. That you're such a piece of fucking human debris that you would actually watch Tug for more than 5 minutes and not blow your fucking brains out. Or Nick fucking Rekieta. These fucking pieces of shit. EVS too. I tried watching some of it. Well, I ain't gonna lie. EVS is just sad to listen to. He's just sad, like a sad old man. But yeah, these motherfuckers. I've said this before. That whole Rift sphere, all those people, what they do is 1,000 times worse than what Disney is doing. Because at the end of the day, what they are doing is creating an echo chamber in which they are socially engineering their fans to weakness, ignorance, symptom, blue-pilledness, just cucked beta male, gamma male behavior, simps, weak men, cucks, just all the fucking most negative traits and aspects a human being can have. This is what they're engineering and foisting upon their fans, and these are the fans that they're fostering and creating. Just weak men, simps who simp out for post-wall, just fucking just roasties. Jesus fucking Christ, this is embarrassing. Yep. They socially engineer their cuck fans to the doctrines of weakness, ignorance, and hate. That's why they are 1,000 times worse than Disney. This is reality. Yeah, your average Big Daddy fan, your average Big Daddy aficionado comes away from a Big Daddy live stream, enlightened, laughs a few times. Sometimes he feels recoils in disgust too. But at least you feel something. Yep. These motherfuckers, just so nepotistic and backstabby. Just like, I think Matthew Fowler said it best. Comicsgate is so gay that it sucks its own dick. Literally. No fucking joke. And one of the perfect illustrations and examples of Comicsgate sucking its own dick, the comic book called No Cover. This recently released by Sierra Whiskey or something. One of these fucking people that hangs out in the chat, I guess, decided to do his own comic. And he got Donald DeLay to be his fucking artist, no less. Jesus Christ. And the whole thing is just like a massive, like a self-flating bullshit. Like John Malin is supposedly the main character. And Dale Keown has drawn a cover for him and has mailed him the cover, but somehow the cover got lost in the mail. So John Malin goes on an adventure to go find the lost cover. And along the way, he ends up using the infamous ore in battle. I'm an ore! Yeah, you know that one, the ore. And not the ore from the Boy Zach film. No, unfortunately. It would have been way funnier if it would have been that ore. But yeah, you talk about just fucking self-relating, just bullshit. That's what it is. And he sat there and had a fucking 7+ hour live stream to try to fucking raise money for that fucking trash comic. And the art style that's being done in is in the old cuck comic style. Like Donald DeLay used to draw like full-blown cuckold comics where he would extol the virtues of being a cuckold because he was himself a full-blown cuckold. Like he would literally pimp his wife out for fucking hummus pizza. This is how much of a fucking cuck this guy was. And he would draw comics about it and shit. Like real cringe, like Tumblr level, like Cal Art style comics. And that is the comic book style that this no cover comic is being done in. And just seeing some of the fucking trash panels and pages, like I felt embarrassed looking at that shit. Like, how can Ethan look himself in the mirror, like fucking pimping that shit for 7+ hours? Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, when you take a look at No Cover and take a look at Wanger's Aldrake, I would go out on a limb and say that Aldrake had more heart and soul than that fucking No Cover bullshit. But Wanger, he got exiled to the Shadowlands, banished from CG, basically. No, but this No Cover, this is worthy, just like Narwhal. So gay, it sucks its own fucking dick. Yeah, and I listened a little bit of Ethan too, and he was talking about how Liam needs to come back to Comicsgate. Liam needs to come back to Comicsgate, but he needs to act right. He needs to stop striking channels and blah blah. Like, motherfucker, you guys just struck the SWC Brothers channel, and you fucking like lauded it and applauded it. Like the moment you fucking guys did that, like the whole like you no longer have that argument to fucking throw in Liam's face anymore after that. Pieces of shit. Yeah, and the funny part is Ethan, he's probably going to miss out on like 6-figure sums or more because he decided to exile himself willingly, whether it was willingly or unwillingly, from the whole fandom menace circle by getting on the bad side of the Godfather, Gary Beekler, former meth addict and fucking cokehead, comic book shop owner. But yeah, he got on the bad side of Gary. So he's no longer going to be, he's like, well, that was the reason why he got exiled from Yellowflash's fucking green room, basically, because EVS is now considered toxic. Like, if Yellowflash allows EVS on his show, then Yellowflash will no longer be allowed onto Gary's platform, which is fucking way, way bigger than Ethan's. And Yellowflash judges people by how many subs they have. And Gary has more subs. He's more popular and powerful than you, Ethan. I don't want to be your fan no more. Jesus Christ. Like, Ethan, that's what you fucking get for being friends with a guy like Yellowflush. That's what you fucking get. Well, you really know how to pick the friends, don't you, Ethan? Jesus fucking Christ. Almost every motherfucker you were quote-unquote friends with put a fucking knife in your back. It speaks volumes about who you are. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and one of the most funniest, ironic part about this whole thing is that the reason why Ethan said that he couldn't be a part of Gary's clique is because they were quote unquote witless, dishonest, cookie cutter, fake opinions, zeros. That's what he called them. I quote. That's his quotes. From Kiwi Farms. Witless, dishonest, cookie cutter, fake opinions, zeros. That's what he thinks of Gary and his crew, Fandom Menace, all those people on his show. People who now have like sub counts way, way higher than his own. But these people, yeah, they're witless, dishonest, cookie cutter, fake opinions, zeros. That's what he thinks of those people. What exactly is Comicsgate? If not witless, dishonest, cookie cutter, fake opinions, and zeros. I mean, think about it. You pit a guy like just your random CG slum fucking lord, his channel against a guy like Az. Like, it's not even a fucking question. If you judge people based upon their sub counts, that is. If you're like Yellowflush. Yeah. The funny thing is the reason why Ethan didn't like those people, it's this. There's no difference between them. This is what I'm trying to illustrate. There's absolutely no difference between the two fucking factions. They're both witless, dishonest, cookie cutter, fake opinions, and zeros. Yes, that's reality. That's fucking reality. Only here on Team Big Daddy are we the heroes. Yep. Big Daddy is the hero of this story. Always has been. In case you didn't fucking figure it out yet. I'm telling you. Big Daddy is the hero of this story. Always fucking has been. Yeah, but really though. Yeah, these comic skaters, a lot of them so fucking hilarious, lol cows unto themselves. Many of them. Yeah, this one fucking piece of shit, Rob Willis. This guy's such a piece of shit. One of the biggest pieces of fucking human debris in that whole sphere, Rob Willis. One of the biggest grifters. Yeah, what this Rob Willis guy has done is he's basically held Cal Jamison's career hostage, is what he's done. Cal Jamison, the writer of Shinobi Sasquatch, the book that Rob Willis is supposed to be drawing, and he should have drew fucking years ago. Yeah, I guess Cal Jamison came out with a statement saying that he's got all of these different story ideas that he's been writing throughout the years, and he wants to put them out there, but he can't until this fucking book Shinobi Sasquatch is done. And you know what that means, right? It means you're never ever going to be able to put your shit out there, Cal, because Rob Willis is never going to do the fucking book. I mean, if he's doing the book at the current rate he's doing it, it's going to be like the year 2047 by the time it's done. Yeah, the reality is this is what Cal Jamison needs to do. He needs to tell Rob Willis, look, I just need 2 more pages. That's it. And what these 2 pages consist of is you take the page, you split it into fourths. So that way you got 8 panels altogether on these 2 pages. And on these 8 panels, you got pictures of Shinobi Sasquatch just doing stuff. Like he's throwing a punch, he's swinging a sword. You got a close up of him. You just got him doing stuff. You got him standing there. And then once Cal Jameson has those assets, those pictures, and utilizing the power of AI software, he can finish Shinobi Sasquatch himself. I mean, it may be a little ghetto ass, but at least the fucking comic will get done. And he can use the AI and tell it to do it in the style of Rob Willis, and it will do it in Rob Willis's style. So basically, he can finish the comic himself without Rob Willis. This is the only way you're going to get Shinobi Sasquatch done, Cal. You're going to have to do it yourself. You can't rely on Rob Willis. A lot of people don't fucking understand in life until it happens to them that you can't rely on other people. You can only rely on yourself in this world. Cal Jameson is having to learn this lesson the hard way. You can't rely on others. You can only rely on yourself. Have Rob just do 2 more pages. Fucking 8 panels altogether. And utilizing those assets, you can finish the fucking book yourself. Be a fucking man, Cal. Be a fucking man for once in your fucking life. You stupid piece of fucking grifting shit. Transcend the title of Comicsgate. Be a real man. Do the fucking book and get it out there. Yeah. Speaking of little boys pretending to be men, boy, this next story. Oh God, you're gonna enjoy this next story. Now, it's kind of been a thing for certain comic skaters to kind of low key troon out. Like they'll take on the personas of females online to try to catfish people and shit. Thomas Burpee, aka Cider Hype, he did it in the form of Cindy Hyper. Ebi Canales, low key trooned out here, saying that he was LARPing around as a female. I mean, this is a thing that happens. I hear Reno. I mean, there's a lot of people LARP around as troons out there in that whole Comicsgate sphere. And I guess another member of Comicsgate has just been exposed as low-key trooning out. It's none other than 2002 Locale of the Year, Jon Del Arroz himself. Yep, Jon Del Arroz. He's been outed. Yep, he's low-key trooned out. Yeah, here recently on one of his dank streams, he was. You see what comic skaters, they're really creatively bankrupt, so they just kind of EFAP shit and go over tweets and shit like that. So John was going over his Twitter feed and going over stupid drama nonsense, and people noticed the name on the Twitter feed. It wasn't Jon Del Arroz. No. It was a female named Danielle Acera. Yep, and when you look real closely at the picture, yeah, I guarantee you what that fucking worthless tippy-toes manlet piece of shit did was he took one of those face apps and he uploaded his own picture and he turned himself into a girl is what he did. And he's LARPing around as a fucking female on the internet, pretending like he's some sort of fucking milquetoast cringe romance novelist or some fucking shit. I don't know. It's gay as fuck. Yeah. JDA, low-key, trooned out. LARPing around as a female. Danielle Acera. Used his own fucking picture, no less. I almost guarantee he used his own fucking picture. You know this guy. He's a narcissist. Even bigger narcissist than me. Yep. Witless, dishonest. Cookie cutter, fake opinions, zeros. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, if you were to ask me, Big Daddy, there's fucking, we're throwing down money in Vegas. Like, who's the next person in Comicsgate to low-key troon out? My money would have been on JDA. Yeah, he's got it in him. He's the type. You can tell. Bone is secure, tippy toes, walking ass, motherfucker. Yeah, the funny part is, I think there might be trouble in paradise on the home front there with JDA, because anybody who's been following this lolcow knows that. He's been DMing women behind the scenes. Like, a lot of women would be coming forward and like calling him a fucking creep and shit like that. One woman even accused him of trying to groom her. And Well, it turns out one of these women that Jon has been DMing behind the scenes has actually responded to his DMs in a positive manner. None other than Burbank prostitute Sheila Allen Martin herself. Yes, that's the one. The woman who decided to respond positively to Jon's DMs. So what happened was Jon got her a bunch of flowers and for Valentine's Day, and met her at a hotel room, and had some sort of liaison of some sort where they talked about romance novels. So I guess he was doing homework, getting ideas for his romance novels from Sheila Allen. Like, first of all, what kind of ideas for a romance novel are you going to get from Sheila Allen, renowned Burbank prostitute? Like, what's she going to do? Tell you about the time the Japanese businessman paid her $500 to come on her tits? Is that going to be a real romantic story you're going to put in your memoirs? Or is she going to tell you about the time she had to crawl to the emergency room after being dropped off because she got a prolapsed asshole? Is she going to tell you that story? You going to tell you the story about how she had to go to the Planned Parenthood after the interracial gangbang? She wasn't paid for that one. She did that for fun. That's what she does for sport. Is she going to tell you that story? Yeah, what kind of fucking romance stories you want to learn from a Burbank prostitute? Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, but there's trouble on the home front there. Jon's wife finally figured out who and what he is, and now no longer fucking wants anything to do with him. Can't even stand being in the same room with as him. I can see that happening at some point. I always figured it was going to be once the kids were out of the house, then she'd divorce him. But it may come sooner. It may come sooner. Yep. Sheila Allen. Yeah, if you were to ask me, Big Daddy, of all of the women that Jon is DMing behind the scenes, which one is most likely to respond to these DMs and meet up with him for a sexual tryst in a motel room? My money would have been on Sheila Allen, the renowned Burbank prostitute. I bet she pegged him. What do you want to bet she pegged him? Ladonis Ravenwolf style. I hear Ladonis, he wanted his old lady peg him. Yeah, poor Ladonis Ravenwolf. Ladonis Ravenwolf Dragonstorm. God, I saw his latest video. Boy, you talk about coke. Yeah, Ladonis Ravenwolf, he got cucked live on a fucking stream, like cucked in real time. And I guess it broke his heart. And he created an entire channel dedicated to coping over getting cucked by this post-wall roasty. Yikes. You talk about some cringe shit. He's got a bigger following than me, though. Anything great, anything special, unique in this world is going to obviously be denigrated and looked at with a degree of scorn, if you know what I mean. That's fine. The few, the proud, still listening, I commend you. The Big Daddy Elite. All two of you. Nah, who am I kidding? I wish there were two people listening to me right now. Yeah, Comicsgate's been circling the drain. Now it's just a clump of dyed beard hair and human waste stuck in the drain pipe. Jon Malin needs his own Mighty Or book, not Thor. Yeah, see, the funny part is that this no-cover book, like, if you were to straight up take the concept of Comicsgate and lampoon it and make a fucking comic where you're truly lampooning Comicsgate, now there is a comic right there. Like when Jon Malin uses the oar or whatever, have it actually be the oar from Zach's porno. You know, it's got the dildo on the end. You know, like have it be like a real comedy. You know, Donald's in there like fully cucking out, eating hummus pizza and shit, whoring out his wife. Just go all in with it. Go all in. Go full Koala Sutra on these bitches. Yeah, speaking of the Koala Sutra, now that AI art has advanced the way it has, the Koala Sutra could actually be created pretty easily. Believe it or not. You're like, well, the Koala Sutra? What the fuck is the Koala Sutra? Oh, you didn't know? I'll tell you what the Koala Sutra is. It was an idea of mine way back in the day. Like Jon Del Arroz kept fucking with Liam Gray, and they were gonna make like some parody comic about him, or like Blunder Island or something like that. And my advice to Liam was to like fight fire with fire. You know, make your own parody comic, but call it the Koala Sutra. And what it is all it is 22 splash pages of Liam as an anthropomorphic koala having sex with John's wife. That's what it is, the Koala Sutra. Like that, like mic drop. After you do that, there's nothing he could do to ever get back at you after that. The Koala Sutra. Jesus Christ. It would probably be a hit too. Normal people would buy that shit, like furries and shit. Like turns out it makes like fucking over like $50,000. Like furries just love it. Then utilizing the money from the Koala Sutra, he's able to fund his other projects. That would be fucking hilarious. Fight fire with fire. Ah, there's some good tea. Green tea. Lemon in there. Paid a lot of fucking money for this tea. Might as well enjoy it. Yeah, Melanie Mack's stalker situation has an update, I guess. I guess Melanie Mack's stalker is suing her. He's suing Melanie Mack. Yeah, if you don't know about the Melanie Mack stalker situation. Melanie Mack, she's this female that's over there in the fandom manosphere. Fucking post-wall. Well, she doesn't look like she's post-wall. She looks like she's a fucking, young early 20s, but she's 36 years old. She takes care of herself well, I guess. She might have some sort of filters and all that shit up on the fucking screen too, who knows. But yeah, anyway, this wench, Melanie Mack, she does YouTube streams and shit like that. And there was this guy, Sean Sarto, came across one of her streams one day and fell in love with her and decided to drive across country to go meet her at Debate Cons. It was one of these conventions. So he comes and confronts her in the parking lot and tries to get her phone number so he can go out with her or something like that. And it kind of freaked her out. She didn't really know what was going on. So she did a video about it and kind of like called him a stalker or whatever. And anyway, after that, I guess it pissed this guy off. So he decided to sue Melanie Mack and saying that she's the one stalking him. Well, I guess he's trying to get her concealed carry permit taken away because he doesn't want her to shoot him. I don't know, some weird shit. Sounds like the plot for some made-for-TV movie back in the fucking late 90s, a Cinemax movie or something. Ultimately ending with him breaking into her house, raping the shit out of her and keeping her hostage, and then her breaking loose and then fighting him to the death and ultimately killing him. One of those types of movies. It doesn't end well, let's put it that way. We'll see how this one plays out. Yeah, there's this Sean Sarto fellow, though. He looks like he might be a lolcow in the making. This guy. He puts out strong serial killer vibes, let's put it that way. Yikes. Yeah, I think he might be homeless too, living out of his fucking van or some shit. What you talk about? This is when simping goes wrong. Fucking this old homeless dude living in his fucking van thinks that Melanie Mack is gonna fucking be down to marry him or something. Like, you need to fucking check reality, motherfucker. Yeah, if old Sean Sarto was smart, he moved to some Southeast Asian country that hasn't been destroyed by feminism yet, where older white men are looked upon more fondly. Then he can get himself a nice young submissive Asian woman if he fucking truly wants to go down that route. You're not gonna find a Western female. No, he's too fucking old. You need to give that shit up. Go overseas. Become an OG expat. Done here, son. If you want to fucking marry a woman and have a family, you can't do it with a Western American woman. Not unless you want to eventually get divorced and have her steal your children. Unless you want to go through all that shit. Yeah. Yeah, women. A lot of times, there's nothing but trouble happening around. Those people over there at I forget where they're called, but one of those bitches that was their co-host decided to break away and sue them all. Sydney Watson, hear about that one? Forget what show she was on, but she was mad that her co-host was making dick jokes and shit like that. So basically, she's like suing the company, this and that. This is what you fucking get for allowing the female around. If you want to tell dick jokes and like that, you can't have those bitches around. Yeah, Big Daddy. I tried working behind the scenes to find a female co-host before, but it just didn't work out. But not like a co-host, but just to come on for brief segments. And it was like I had an idea for a shtick. You know, all I do is like clown on her, talk about how much dick she sucked, like clown her on her body count, clown her on how she's post wall, clown her on how she's a single mother, shit like that. Like have her be like the kind of like this agit-prop for me to kind of like make fun of, so to speak. I felt like there was a good some good comedic material could be mined if I had the right female co-host, you know. But she has to be on the level, you know, not one of these like woke leftist female types. She has to be like anti-feminist, all that. But it's just so hard to find a female who's anti-feminist and not woke and all that shit that would be down to let me, you know, fucking make jokes about her sucking dick and having abortions and shit like that. You just imagine how funny that would be, though. Yeah. This is why you don't have women around. I imagine if I did get a female co-host and I was joking around about that or whatever, eventually she'd leave the show and talk about how I was me tooing her. Oh my God, you hear what he was saying about me? It made me so uncomfortable. Like, bitch, you agreed to come on the show and be my co-host. You knew this was going to happen. Yeah, they do it anyway. And it's all about the sympathy points. And they just want to be the center of attention, have people feel sorry for them. And then make money too. Boy, you know Sydney Watson's going to get a payday when it's all said and done. Yep. Dildos and the smartphone ruin the modern Western female. Dildos and the smartphone. Yeah, if you had to force a woman to choose between having a man, you know, family, children, they had to choose between family, love, or their dildo and their smartphone. Women would choose the dildo and the smartphone over family and love. This is how far the modern Western female has fallen. Yep, that's reality. That's fucking reality. That's the bottom line. That's Big Daddy said so. Yeah, women always think that they're the exception to the rule, but they aren't. You just ask your average bitch, would you be willing to give up your dildo and your smartphone for love? I bet you they wouldn't. I bet you they wouldn't. But I love my smartphone and my dildo. Yeah, I've noticed this thing, this trend going on in social media. Pick me girls, it's called. Pick me girls. Have you heard of this one? I had to look this up. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? Apparently, what they're trying to do is shame women out of wanting to be in relationships with men and start families and have love. They're trying to shame you out of love. You realize how evil and wicked that is. Jesus fucking Christ. If you don't want to be a pick-me girl, then what are you going to be? A leftover woman? A fucking woke feminist? Post-wall? Fucking surrounded by empty boxes of wine in a fucking apartment stinking of cat piss? I mean, that's the alternative? If you don't want to be a pick-me girl, what are you going to be? A leftover woman? Yeah, to try to shame people out of love. I mean, Jesus Christ. That is an abomination in the eyes of both God and myself. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, it's okay to be a pick-me girl. Not okay to be a leftover woman. Yeah, they always think they're the exception to the rule, but they're not. They're not. Yeah, there was a study done in 2011 citing that the most unhappiest people there are, women in their 40s who have no children, no family, and are career women. Those are the most unhappiest forms of human there are. This was back in 2011. Like, we're over a decade past from there. I can only imagine what it is now. This is the importance and of positive thinking and of having a purpose and not drifting through life. Most women, they just drift through life without a purpose, when having a family gives them purpose. If you have a career, all you're doing is pursuing inanimate rectangular paper. And you're just drifting. No, you got to have a purpose. Family, love, a husband, children, that gives you purpose. Women lost that. Somewhere along the line, they lost it. Fucking woke social engineering, Rockefeller Foundation, ushering in feminist ideology. And they got chivalry and the patriarchy mixed up with misogyny and whatever, you know. It's like they take positive attributes of masculinity and like completely like bastardize it and turn it into the exact opposite of what it once was. Now men are becoming women, women are becoming men. An assault upon the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It's evil is what it is. Yeah, one of the biggest ways they use to control people is fear. If we could just somehow purge yourself of fear. The things that make people mostly fearful of: being poor, being criticized, having ill health, losing a loved one, old age, fear of death. They use all of these things to control you. We could just transcend fear. One way to do that: power of positive thinking and having a purpose. Yep. That's Big Daddy's words of wisdom. Yeah, we ranted and raved quite a bit. Maybe we'll close the stream out. Maybe we will. Yeah. Anybody knows, Big Daddy knows, we like to close the stream out with a song or two. God, I love living out in the country. Well, I'm glad I don't live in California either, or New York, or any other fucking leftist hellhole. Jesus Christ. Yeah, as bad as things are, it could be worse. I could be living in California. I could be living in California. Have you ever been to California? It's a lot like that song, Hotel California. If you've never been to California, all you got to do is listen to the song Hotel California. And that'll tell you everything you need to know about the fucking state. Let's put it that way. It's basically like a massive metaphor and parable for the entire state. Hotel California.
On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of eucalyptus rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, saw a shimmering light. The head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. Had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway, heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. And she lit up the candle, she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridors, thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. Any room at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise, where your alibi. I'm just and it twisted. Got the Mercedes Benz. got a lot of pretty boys she calls friends. How they danced in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, please bring me my wine. He said, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Living it up at the Hotel California. You can find me here any time of year. Mirrors on the ceiling, pink champagne and ice. She said, we are all just prisoners here of our own device. The master's chambers gathered for the feast. Stab them with the steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door, heading from the passage back to the place I was before. Relax at night, man. You're programmed to deceive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can't never leave. Living it up at the Hotel California. Any of them at the Hotel California. You can find me here any time of year.
Hotel California. Anybody who's ever lived in California knows is basically like this song like describes the fucking state basically. It's like a fucking like a prison ward wander into. Oh shit, and then it's hard to get out. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Like, no, I'm out of here. Fuck this. Yeah, who would have thought that old John Carpenter movie Escape from LA would have actually came to life and actually become a thing? Trying to flee the state of California. Fuck, we gotta get out of here. Damn leftists destroyed this fucking state. Imagine being in Port California and paying all that money for gas and deal with Gavin Newsom and masks, locusts and all that shit. Jesus Christ. That's why I'm glad I live out in the country.
Many a room at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. Where your alibi. Living it up at the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. Such a lovely place. Welcome to the Hotel California. You can find me here any time of year. Living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. Where your alibis. Mind is Tiffany twisted. She got the Mercedes Benz. She got a lot of pretty boys she calls friends. Relax in the night, man. We are programmed to deceive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Hotel California, baby. I hear the Eagles are quite litigious when it comes to that kind of shit. Maybe I'll get struck. We'll see. Hopefully, I sang it in enough of a unique way that it doesn't get flagged for a copyright violation.
Yep. You know how we do about this time. Close it out with a few songs. That was off of the greatest live performance never seen. There was a certain live stream I did back on my old channel. It was like a 5-hour plus live stream. I had to immediately private it afterwards because I had people come on, flash their junk. But it was easily one of the greatest live streams I ever did. In the final hour, like almost every song I did fucking came in crisp and clear and was a fucking banger. All these songs, fucking harvest them, lace them with beats, use them for interludes and outros and shit like that. Big Daddy Show Phase 5, baby. Got the best music. All right, we'll close it out with me singing one. And then, yeah. What one are we going to sing, though? Always got to sing at least one live. Usually I start out the intro with a little live performance and close it with at least one. I don't overdo it like I did with Phase 4. Phase 4, I was basically doing full-on lounge acts at the end of every fucking show. Yep. God, I still can't believe I was doing fucking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-hour live streams. It still blows my mind. I don't understand how I was able to do it. There was certain magic in Big Daddy Show Phase 4, though. Way better than Marvel Phase 4. I will go out on a limb and say that my old channel, the Big Daddy Show Phase 4, better than Marvel Phase 4. Yep. Yeah, we're going to close it out. Never forget the power of positive thought and the importance of purpose. Whatever you do, don't just drift through life. If you don't have a purpose, find one. If you have trouble figuring out a purpose, love is always a good purpose. Family, that kind of shit. He looked down into her brown eyes and said, and say a prayer for me. She threw her arms around him, whispered, God will keep us free. They can hear the riders coming. He said, this is my last fight. They can take me back to Texas, but they won't take me back alive. And there were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lovers at the valley of the gun. When the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. And 7 Spanish angels, they took another angel home. She reached down and picked the gun up that lay smoking in his hands. She said, Father, please forgive me. I can't make it without my man. Well, she knew the gun was empty, and she knew she couldn't win. But her final prayer was answered when the rifles fired again. There were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lovers at the valley of the gun. But when the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. And 7 Spanish angels, they took another angel home. 7 Spanish angels, they took another angel home. The Ray Charles Willie Nelson classic, 7 Spanish Angels, sung by Big Daddy. Hopefully it came in nice and clear. All right, we're going to end the show. Thanks for coming out, y'all. It's been fun.
Wouldn't daddy gonna smoke them boys? Just peg me a green bun and I will smoke it all. I wet the China ice and the savoir faire. And no one in the whole universe can ever compare. Oh yeah, I'm yours now and you are mine and too. Give the way laugh through all space and time. No, don't cry. Day, oh, daddy will die.